dear student, this is Angita from the day's classes is going to talk you about the topic geometry. Children, in our previous video, we have discussed many things. We have discussed different numericals, different theories portion as well. And I think in this video, we are going to discuss another section of our mathematics that will be your geometry. Clear? So geometry deals with many more things. I think you have read many things in your previous classes as well. But here, through this video, we are going with the detailed discussions about your line, ray, line segment, point, types of angles. As you know, there are many types of angles, many types of line. We are going to discuss about circle. There are many parts of circle as well as the numericals also we are getting in this chapter. Clear? So here we have the deep discussions about our topic geometry. You can go through it. Basically, I have taken you can say these topics to be covered for class 4th and 5th, but many more I can also take where we are going to discuss about it. But in this video, we will cover the topic which questions will be asked from your class 4th and class 5th. Clear, no? So first of all, before moving it towards our video, I would like to discuss the topics covered. Means what are the things we are going to read in this chapter. So please mark your heading. This topics covered is going to help you a lot. That is going to make your mind map before studying that particular chapter. Through that topics covered, you can come to know that these all are the things which you are going to learn in this chapter. That is your prior information you are getting for that particular question. Chapters, not questions. Clear, no? So children, let's begin. You can mark your heading. First of yours will be your topics covered. We are going to write one after the another. What are the topics we are going to cover in this video? Your heading is what? It is not an other heading that you are going to write. Topics covered. We are going to learn many more things, and first of all we have the brief instructions about it. Clear? Like we are going to learn about first point, introduction about. We have the deep introduction about many things, like you can note down the first point, introduction about introduction about plane. First of all, you have to understand what is plane, what is point, what is ray, line segment, what is line, and what are the use of this one. What type of the shapes they are going to identify, or you can say that what are the different structures they are having. Clear, no? Do you get my point? So we are going to learn about introduction about point, line, then line segment, ray, and plane. It is not that much whatever I have written, we are stick with that point. Please don't worry for that. We can go with many more things as well. You get my point? Second, we are going to learn about types of lines. Types of lines. That means basically we are having 5 types of line as per your class. Like we are having straight line, curved line, intersecting line, parallel line, and your next other will be your perpendicular line. So we are going to discuss one after the another in a detail with the figure as well as the definition of that particular. Clear? Third point which we are going to discuss about is your angles. We are going to discuss about angles as well as the, or you can write types of angles. I'm not going to mention it. What are the angles? Like basically you are having acute angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, and your this complete angle is also called as straight angle. So not only 3, that again in that case we are going to discuss their types and their geometrical representation as well as their values also. Fourth, we are going to discuss about circle and different parts of circle. Like you know very well, circle have different part. If you don't know, please let it know from here. Like circle have circumference, circle have radius, diameter, as well as circle form semicircle also. These are the different things that you have to study about this in this chapter, that will be a circle and different parts of it. Parts of it. Do you get my point? Clear, no? And last we are going to learn about numerical based on what? Circle. That means circle, we are having two formulas for radius as well as diameter. We are going to solve that numerical as well. Do you get my point? Clear, no? So children, these all are the small topics to be covered which I have mentioned over there. Please don't stick with these things that ma'am have written means she will teach this only. No. We have many more to read while dealing with the chapter. Do you get my point? So these all are just the outline, or you can say mind map, to start the topic geometry. Most of the things you know already, you know about what is point. But here I am going to give you the exact definitions along with the figure for each and everything. Clear, no? So please mark it from here. If you wish, you can take a click of this one. Now we are going to learn about other form of this one, that will be your numericals based on circle. Means we are having the radius and diameters, as well as we are going to discuss about the what type of questions you can form from radius as well as the diameter. So just take a click. After that we are going with the first point of ours, that will be your, we are going to discuss about point. So mark your heading. I am going to erase now everything. Your heading will be point. Please mention it. Point is what? Point. Everybody know what is point. That means this, I am having the marker in my hand. This top part of this marker is, we are writing with the point of this one. So how you are going to define with the definition? What exactly the point is? How you are going to define? Can you please let me know? Like verbally we know what is point exactly. In Hindi it is called bindu. But what about the definition part when we are going to discuss? Point is your, it is an exact, it shows an exact location. What does it show? It shows an exact location. First point. Clear, no? That means if you are going to talk about this one, this is the exact location of this marker where we are going to start to write. We cannot write from all these parts, no. This also sometimes it can represent the point where it can shows the exact location. Now next when we are going to talk about, it has no length or breadth. Length means lambai and breadth means chaudai. That same thing I have read in chapter perimeter and area about length and breadth, the formula for area and perimeter of rectangle. I think we have discussed these things. So it shows an exact location, and second point of yours will be what? But has, or you can write other point, it has no length or breadth. Length or breadth. Clear, children? There is no length and breadth for this one. Like for example, if you are going to write, this is what, if I have written like this, or I can just go with the use of another color marker where you can just identify it. If here it has written and here it has written. Clear? This is your A, this will be your B. Clear? So we can call it, this A can be written as point A. Clear? And this B can be written as point B. Do you get my point? In this way we are going to represent this one. That is the definition of point. Please take a note of this one. Now next of yours we are having the definition for line. Again, I am going to mention lines. Sometimes it has been asked in exam as well, like in true, false, or in fill in the blanks also the things can be given. Dash have no length or breadth. So you have to fill. Points have no length or breadth. If the question is given like this, which shows an exact location, or dash shows an exact location. So you have to fill point shows an exact location. Clear? So next, let's write the definition of lines. Lines are what? Can you guess what are lines? Lines means it have no fixed boundary. Which have the fixed boundary, that is different thing, that will be your line segment. But which have no fixed boundary, it goes endlessly in both the direction, that will be your line. That you know in word. But how we are going to define it with the definition, we are going to write. So please take a note of this once again. I'm going to, and then we are going to start. A line is a series of, now write, a line is a series of what? Can you guess? Series of what? Series of points. That means when we are going to combine different points, then we are going to form a line. A line is a series of points joined together. When it is going to join together, then what happens? It is not fixed from one side we are going to join, or we are going to join from other side. That's why the line can extend from both the sides. Clear, no? So first definitions which you are going to write, a line is a series of points joined together. That means when we are going to join different points, I am giving you certain example, when you are going to join one after the another, a line will be formed. But it is very difficult to make it. That's why we are not writing this point, we are directly drawing any line like this. And its end from this side or this side is not fixed. It goes on endlessly. From this side also we can extend, and from this side also we can extend. Clear, no? Second point which we are going to write and discuss about is, please note it down. This is your first point. Second point of yours is written, it can extend infinitesimally. I have said already, infinitesimally means what? जिसका कभी अंत नहीं है. That means what? It can increase from this side also, it can increase from that side also. It can extend infinitesimally in both the directions. Do you get my point? I'll just go with the figure also. Please don't worry for that. First definition, second one. Now write the third one. If it does not extend, then what we are going to do? Then we can write the third point. A line has neither a beginning nor an ending point. I think you are clear with the last statement, what it says. A line has neither a beginning nor an ending point. That means if I said you, please draw a line of 5 centimeter, then it is absolutely wrong. Then you have to correct me. No, ma'am, we are not going to draw the line of 5 centimeter. If you have to say this statement, draw a line, then I have to tell one more thing. Draw a line segment of 5 centimeter, where I have stick you in from one end as well as to the other end. Clear, no? If it is not fixed, no beginning, no ending, then neither a beginning nor an ending point. Clear? This is your third point of line. Now if you are going to talk about figure, so can you guess what type of figure we are going to draw? When I am going to draw the figure of line, I will draw like in such a way. For example, if I draw a line, I put a point here, B. I will put a point here, that will be your A. See, I have stick 2 points here, but I have done one more thing. Can you guess what I have done extra? I've put it like this. That means it can increase from both the sides. I did not fix to one side only. I fixed this to both the ends. That means we are going to increase the size and it can go as long as it can. There is no ending or there is no beginning point. Clear? So please take a note of this one. Now we are moving on the third side of yours. That will be the symbol of line is what? If somebody will ask you what is a symbol, so symbol can be written as, you will write symbol AB like this. Clear? This symbol you can write. Understood? Now next we are moving with your third. That will be, I think, when you are going to flip the pages, you will see topics covered will be your types of lines. That I will explain in brief. But first of all, I would like to tell you what are the types of lines. So we have 5 types of line. Here it is your rough part. I'll go with the proper detailing of this one. Clear, no? Now, first type is your, I'll just draw the image here to make you understand. Clear? First is your straight line. First is your straight line. Straight means what? Simply you can understand like this. If it is drawn from here to there, please don't note it down this one. I'll give the brief definitions as well. Try to understand from here. This is your straight line. It can be drawn horizontal as well as it can be drawn vertical as well. So first is your, this type of lines are called your straight line. Second of yours is your curved line. Or it can be end here as well. Clear? You have seen the curve in that. Third of yours is your intersecting line. Intersecting means you have seen there is 2 lines. They are meeting at a point P and they are going to form the intersecting line. Understood? Now next of yours is given, fourth one is your parallel line. Parallel is what? Parallel line means what? Like that railway track. They never meet with each other. That will be your parallel line. Clear? Understood? Now last we are having, that will be your perpendicular line. Can you guess what type of line is being defined as a perpendicular line? Can you guess what is the shape of perpendicular line? Can you guess? No guess, nothing? Okay. Which can extend in both, like we are going to write, if it is being extend like this. One depends on another, that I'll go with the definitions also. That will be your parallel line example. So first is your straight line, curved line, intersecting line, parallel line, perpendicular line. Clear? This is just the rough image. Now I am going to write and explain in details. So I am going to erase first. Mark your next heading. That will be your types of lines. Types of lines. Now, before dealing with this one, children, sometimes these chapters can be asked in MCQs as well, or it can be asked in fill in the blanks also, certain things which you have to remember always. Sometimes it is given to ask for the representation. Now draw a line, draw a point, draw a line segment of 3 cm or draw a line of, so you have to make the difference between line segment, line, types of line, like that the questions can be asked. Clear? So your heading is what? Types of lines. Types of lines. Your first type is your, as we have discussed already, what is your first type? Can you please write in the comment section? Your first is straight line. First is what? Straight line. Now I have explained once. Can you draw the same line in comment section? Can you draw that line? Can you draw that line in comment section? Okay. So definition is what? A line formed by joining joining what? Points. It is also a line formed by joining points in the same direction, That is the definition. Figure, if you are going to talk about, you know the figure. A line formed by joining points in same direction without any turn. That means the line should be straight. This point you have to focus, and that point is what? Without any turn. If you are going to make a turn, that will be your curved line. So I have highlighted this one, without any turn. Clear? Understood? And if you are going to talk about the figure, your figure is what? This is the figure of your straight line. Horizontal one, and this will be your vertical one. Will it be okay for you to understand? This is your horizontal and this will be your vertical line. And definition, a line formed by joining points in same direction without any turn is called your straight line. Now next we are going to write about, next will be your curved line. Can you guess what is the figure of curved line? If you wish, you can write also. Otherwise, I'll give you time to take a screenshot. Simple definition, similar to that one. A line formed by joining what it will join? Again, it will join points. In which direction the curved line should be there? In same or in different direction? It will be joined in the same direction or in different direction. Points that turns in different direction. So that is the reverse of your straight line. Turns in different direction. Clear? Here it is written points in the same direction without any turn, and here it is written point that turns in different direction. It is not fixed. Like a snake is moving, no? So it's we are not going to decide that snake will go with this way only. It can go from any side. His body is flexible and he can move. All this earthworm and all you have seen, no? They will form sometimes curved line as well. Clear? An example for this is what? Do you get my point? Here they are going to form. It is written turn in different direction means first it is going in this direction, then it turns itself directly and move to this direction. Then again it makes this turn and move down to this direction. It is not straight. This is the definition of your curved line, and this will be your figure. You can write figure as well here. Children, these all are very important as per your class, as per you are at the age of learning. You are at the age to identify these things. When you will be grown in class 6, 7, 8, then no need to recall and write these things. At that time you can easily identify the things. But here you have to go with it. Clear? So next part of yours will be your intersecting line. Third will be your intersecting line. Please write. If you know the definitions, you can write it in the comment section as well. I always go through the comment sections to see some of my students are very prompt. They are solving the questions and they are giving the answers on time in comment section. So children, just boost your knowledge. Just give whatever the questions we are giving you for practice, solve it and give your answers. I used to evaluate the answers mostly. Intersecting line. Intersecting line, talk about one line or two line. Intersecting line. This is just your intersecting line. Here we are having one line and here we are having other line. When they are going to meet at one point, this is the point of intersection. Do you get my point? Now, you know what is intersecting line, but in what way you are going to write the definition? So let's write the definition from here about intersecting line. Two or more lines, two or more lines that meet at a point. That meet at a point. Meet at a point. Clear? Now I am going to draw. Please identify from here. Two or more lines that meet at a point means what? First, see. This is my first line that I have drawn. I think it is visible to you. And this will be your second line. Clear? Now these two lines are meeting at a point here. Clear? This is your, for example, if this is your point A, this will be B, this will be your C, and this will be your D. Here we have one point where all these lines are meeting with each other. And that point of yours is called point of intersection, or P is forming itself, or P itself represent the intersection lines. Or you sometimes this P can be noted as a point of intersection. Now please don't say that, ma'am, this is not given in my syllabus. Something new you have to. It is, these lines are called intersecting, and point P is called your point of intersection. Clear? Point of intersection. I hope you are clear with these three terms: straight line, curved line, intersecting line. Now I'll go with your next form, and that will be your parallel line. So now we are going to write the next definitions. Please take a note of this one. Next of yours will be your fourth one. We are going to talk about parallel line. Parallel lines. Parallel also you are very much prompt with this. What is? This is just the example of parallel line. Both of my hands are parallel. If I, like railway track, they are parallel with each other. There is an equal distance between them, but they are not going to meet with each other. Do you get my point? So parallel line, or what we are going to write the definition: two or more lines. Please write the definition. Two or more than, two or more that, no, it is there more than. Here I am going to segregate the points. This is your previous one. Two or more than two lines that runs parallel to each other but never meet at a point. They are parallel with each other. Clear, no? They both are parallel with each other, but they are not going to meet with each other. They move simultaneously from all the direction, like railway track. That's why the train are moving smoothly on that. Two or more than two lines that runs parallel, but they are not going to meet with each other. So questions can be asked as per your class. Which lines cannot meet? Such lines are called dash. So you have to fill. Such lines are called your parallel lines. Two or more lines, two or more than two lines that runs parallel, but they are not going to meet with each other. Figure, you know it very well. Figure is your, like this one. This will be your line AB. This will be your line. I am saying line, I am not saying line segment. Please take a note of this also. Line. This will be your CD. Clear? They are not going to meet with each other. That will be your example, or you can say figure. Or example, if you are going to talk about, a general example is your railway track. About railway track. Clear, no? That also gives an example of your parallel lines. Do you have any other example based on this one? You can write your answers in comment section. Or you can write the opposite. Do you have any other? Or I'm going to share my own view. Like I'm having scale in my hands. You can see this 30 centimeter scale. At one of the side it is represented like 1 to 30 and other side it is represented in this way. That is one more example we can give. Opposite edge of the scale. Opposite edge. Edge of a scale. Clear? Now next of yours is given. These all are your points. Now shall I go with the another form? You can see parallel lines definitions as well as example also I have given. These are other last point which we are dealing with, that will be the left one, will be your perpendicular line. So we are going to give the definition of perpendicular line and then we will move to the next part of yours. Please click a note of this one. Then last will be your perpendicular line. I think I'll erase this one. Sufficient for me to write the definition of that one. So with the figure you can identify easily. Fifth will be your perpendicular line. Can you please tell me what type of lines are called perpendicular line, or what image we are going to draw for this one? Fine. So your definition is when a horizontal line and horizontal means this way, vertical means slanting one. When a horizontal line and a vertical line, what they are going to do? They are going to meet or they are going to intersect with each other. When a horizontal line and a vertical line are going to intersect with each other, are intersecting, please take a note of this, each other, that is generally is called your perpendicular line. When a horizontal line and a vertical line are intersecting each other at a point, they are called, at a point when they are meeting, that will be your point of intersection. Like for example, I'll let you know, this is your horizontal line and this will be your vertical line, and this will be your example of perpendicular line. One is going to depend on the other. Clear? That will be your perpendicular line example. You can just take a note of this one. If you want, you can represent this, you can give this as a point also, like this, A, B, C as well as D. Clear? A is your point, B is your point, C is your point and D is your point. This is the point which is given on the perpendicular lines. So please take a note so that I can move to the next part of yours. That will be your we are going to discuss once again about line segment. Line segment. So please write the definition of line segment. I think you have taken a note. Shall I erase this? Okay. Next heading of yours will be line segment. Other point, heading will be line segment. Here you have to tackle out the difference. Line means goes on infinitesimally, no ending or beginning point. Definition is what? It can extend from both the sides. But line segment is what? Totally opposite. It is the shortest, or you can like, it is a straight path between 2 points. First point which we are going to write about, it is a straight path between please focus on this one. It is a straight path between 2 points. This will be your first point. In Hindi it is called दो लोगों के बीच की दो पॉइंट्स के बीच की जो straight path है, that is called your line segment. Now second of yours, can you guess what we are going to write for this one? It is also called as, it is the shortest, it is the what? Shortest distance between line or point. Okay, it is the shortest distance between, it is the shortest distance between, shortest distance between 2 points. 2 points. As much as the distance will be small, we can consider it in line segment. Clear? Third and the most important part is it has definite length. Please make it sure, that is the basic and important you can say the difference between line and line segment. There is no length or no definite length for line, but here we are having a definite length for line segment. Clear? Now when you are moving on the next part of yours, that fourth will be last point which we are going to, please write your answer if you know about it. It can be written as, it can be written as what? Can you guess in what way? Like line is represented, we are going to draw line like this. Can you guess what we are going to write for this one? We are going to write it like this. Clear? It can be written as AB. AB means we are going to draw another line. I think if you are able to distinguish, I will use another marker for this one. AB. If I have written one point A, other point B. Clear? To represent the line segment, we are going to write at the top, we are making one straight line in between. If it is written like that, then you have to understand this is your line segment. Clear? Understood? Now we are going to draw. Please take a note. We are going to draw this one. As an instant, how you will draw? This is your point A. I will write little big. This will be your point A. This will be your point B. We have certain distance between A and B. Now, we are going to increase the size of this one from both ends. But here our distance is what? Fixed between A and B. This is your figure of line segment. Might be this is a line segment of, you can just guess, 5 centimeter. And rest of, we have extended the line from both the sides. This is your first figure for this one. We have another figure also that as per your class it is given. Another is we can draw, where will I draw? Okay. Like this, if it is written, this is your point A, this will be your point B. Clear? Now if I have to extend this, then another line which we are going to draw with the segment is this one. Clear? We can extend more from this one, like at the top we can put like this. Here also we can do like this. All these parts are forming your line segments. Is it visible to you, children? Is it visible to you? So these points, all these points, whether we are talking about this point, or we are talking about this point, or we are talking about this one or this one, this all forms a loop like a shape, and it can be considered as a line segment because line length of AB is defined. There is a proper length of A and B. Do you get my point? Okay, fine. So please take a note. Now next part of yours will be ray. Next will be your ray. I'm going to erase this types of lines over. Now mark your next definition. Ray. Clear? Ray means sun rays. That means it have one fixed point, but it have no ending point. It have the beginning point, but it have no ending point. Like sun is fixed at one point. It is giving from one particular place, but it can spread and travel how much distance, that we don't know. It is infinitesimally. That can be the best example of your ray. Clear? So first point which we are going to mention in this one will be your, it is a part of line. Ray is what? Ray is a part of line. From line only we have taken out this part. Please take. It is a part of line. Clear? Next part of yours is, it has a, like sun rays. We know already where the sun rises and where it just sets, but we don't know how much it can spread its rays. It has starting point but no ending point. Clear? Short definition I am writing, but no ending point. Next of yours is, clear? Please write it. And next is, it has no fixed length. Fixed length means we cannot measure how much sun has spread its rays at which place. Same, it has no fixed length and cannot be measured. Cannot be measured. It's difficult for us to measure this one. Clear? This is your third definition. Please write it. And now last is your, ray is written as, how you are going to represent. Every like line is having a different way of representation. Line segment is also having. Ray is written as, sorry, how we are going to represent. If you know, please write your answer in comment section. Like this. Here we have one beginning point, but here it goes on. Clear? Understood, no? That means what? How we are going to draw this figure in that case? If we are going to draw the line AB, then we are going to draw the line segment for this one is like this. If we are going to draw one line here, this will be your point A, another will be your point B. This is your fixed line segment, but it goes on infinitesimally in one direction only. You can see it is not extending in both the direction. That is the figure of your ray, and it can be represented in this way. So I have circled already. Please don't be confused in between. This is a symbol of this one, and when you have to represent line segment, it can be represented like this. This is your representation of line segment. Line segment and ray. Clear? Okay. Next of yours will be, I think this is the last one for this explanation. After that we will discuss it about angles. Clear, no? Last will be your plane. Last is what? Plane. Plane figures means plane surface. Where we are standing is also a plane surface. So what definition we are going to write for plane? So heading will be, if somebody will ask you what type of figure you are going to consider as a plane figure, so you can say which have the flat surface. Such figures are called your which have the flat surface. My hand is this having the flat surface, no? That can also give the example of your plane. So plane is what? First definition which we are going to mention from here is about plane. Like first one you are going to write, every solid have a surface. Every solid have a surface, and that surface may be flat, may be flat. Like I'll show you one copy and there I'll show you. If we are having this copy, okay, this is a solid shape. You can see the surface of this one, outer surface, if you are going to talk about this surface, that will be your flat one. Flat. This is also the example of plane. Clear, no? So what is given? Every solid have a surface. That surface may be flat. This is your first one. Second, we are going to talk about another definition, or you can see how we are going to draw that one. That will be your, it is a smooth flat surface. That surface should not be rough. Like road we are having the two types of surface. One is a rough surface and another is a smooth. So here the surface should be smooth. It has smooth flat. I have shown you the example of copy. You have seen how plain that surface is. It has smooth flat surface. Clear? You have to take care while dealing with these flat surfaces. How the surface should be there? It should be flat. It does not have any edge. It does not have any edge. Can you draw what type of surface I will classify in a plane? Can you please let me know? With the figure, can you please tell me what type of surface we are going to classify as a plane? Then I am going to draw this. Okay, children, do you have any idea? Now only I have shown you the example. Like flat surface, I have taken one copy example. Do you know? If this is your surface, I'll draw a little big. Okay, fine. If this is your surface, clear? And this is your flat surface, as I can say. These all are your sides. This is what? What type of surface is this one? This will be just the example of your plane. It is might be that surface will be of any shape. Here we are having, these all are the sides. All have the different sides of this one. Two sides of them is having the length like this and this side, and these two sides are having breadth. Clear? But you can see these two sides are similar and these two sides are similar with each other. And overall this surface is your, gives the example of plane surface. So what we have learned in this video, we have learned mostly the definitions. Like from beginning, if you are going to talk about, first we have learned about your point, then we learn about line, then we learn about types of line. Clear, no? Afterwards, 5 types of line we have discussed in detail with after drawing the figure as well. And then we are going to discuss, afterwards we discussed about your line segment, then ray, and last we have discussed about plane. Clear, no? In our other video for the part 2 of geometry, we will discuss about your angle. What type of angles we are having, how we have to identify which angle is which one. Otherwise, and apart from this, we can just go with the representation as well. If somebody will ask you what is the difference between right angle and obtuse angle, then at least you should know what is just the basic difference. Clear, no children? So I will go with the deep discussions of that, and next topic for ours will be your angle. So please keep watching this. Watch this video properly, go through it. For any queries, you can put your questions in the comment section and just wait and watch. Wait for the next videos. Please like and subscribe and share this channel to continue with more videos. Thank you.